As we make our way down treacherous rapids and across steaming jungles in search of the lost world.
We're not going to make it!
Like Alien Voice's triumphant broadcast last year of H.G. Wells' The First Men in the Moon, this year's production will rely heavily on the crazy, clever, and creative sound effects of people usually found behind the scenes, audio masters known as Foley artists.
Since the audience and the actors don't get to see that, they really are the stars of the show.
And this year, they've really got their work cut out for them.
Bring me the lost world.
I think it'll be really exciting to see the theatricality of what we're doing.
We have them replicating an old newsroom. The sound of falling trees. But their biggest challenge was to bring to life a flying pterodactyl.
We really had to use our imaginations to create the sound of wing flappings in the distance.
What did they come up with? You'll just have to wait and see.
It's gone! My pterodactyl is gone! We'll get you another one.
It's contagious. I think it's a big relief to the audience to know that they can enjoy themselves if they see us enjoying ourselves, which we do. The adventure begins.
Lost world.
Live from the Variety Arts Center in downtown Los Angeles, the Sci-Fi Channel and Alien Voices proudly presents The Lost World.
The very word evokes a nightmare both repulsive and mesmerizing. What is the endearing appeal of these great beasts who lived millions of years before man? Is it the ferocity of their life or the mystery of their death? Come now with Alien Voices as we make our way down treacherous rapids and across steaming jungles in search of the lost world.
Extra! Extra! Read all about it! Scientific mission approaching deadly rapids! Extra! Extra!
Hold on!
Paddle with the current!
Watch out for the boulders!
Look out!
We hit something! Just like dancing blow! They're shooting at us! Jolly borderers! We can't make it! We can't make it!
Mr. McConnell, it's the telegraph room. Malone's latest story has them in mortal danger. They're caught in the rapids. Oh, and Sir George Beaumont wants a word with you.
You let Sir George climb those stairs?
I couldn't stop him, Mr. McConnell.
Oh, so there you are, Angus. Explain to me these expenses.
Well, we have Malone's next story, Sir George.
More silly bird-watching reports?
Oh, no, not at all, Sir George. We have rapids and cannibals with drums and poison arrows and piranha fish.
Monsters, man! You promised me monsters as big as our headline.
All right, we have big rapids and big drums and big cannibals and big poison arrows.
And big expenses. How did you bewitch me into paying for this expedition?
Well, if you recall, Sir George, it all began when young Ned Malone decided he was tired of chasing fire engines. Come in.
Mr. McCardle, do you have a minute?
Yes, what's on your mind, Malone?
Well, I'd like to report on something more exciting than charity events, Mr. McArdle. Perhaps a mission like Stanley and Livingston, something with adventure and danger, and the more the better.
You seem very anxious to risk your life.
And to justify my life, sir.
Well, let me hazard a guess here. It's about a girl, isn't it? Huh? What's her name?
Gladys Hungerton.
Gladys, yeah. Well, laddie, I don't know if I have any new worlds for you to discover, but I do have something of a mission. Have you ever heard of George Edward Challenger?
Professor Challenger? The famous zoologist?
Yes, right. Now, 2 years ago, Challenger went on an expedition to South America. He came back with stories, big stories about a land lost in time, untouched for millions of years. He actually claims to have seen dinosaurs.
My God, dinosaurs?
Yes, that's right, laddie. Dinosaurs in a lost world. Don't you just love the sound of it, huh? Well, there's a meeting tonight at the Zoological Society. Challenger's going to be there. I want you to go and sniff around. If you find something, I'll back you up.
Thanks for the tip, Mr. McArdle.
Think nothing of it, and be careful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now I would like to introduce our featured speaker, Dr. Enid Illingworth.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Meldrum. Esteemed society members, ladies and gentlemen, as we climb the evolutionary ladder, what captivates us most are the saurians, the dinosaurians, that frightful breed of reptile which appears to us in the fossil record, but which has been extinct since before the coming of man. Hogwash! To be sure, extinct millions of years before the coming of man.
Moron! Would Professor Challenger please contain himself?
Evolution is not a spent force. It is at work here even today.
Not within these walls!
Stop this disruption, sir. This is a distinguished assembly.
Would you accept, sir, a reasonable opinion?
I should like to hear you utter a reasonable opinion, sir.
Very well, sir. The reasonable opinion is you are a moron.
This is an outrage.
Just because Dr. Illingworth has never seen prehistoric animals, does that mean they do not exist?
That's precisely what it is.
No! They do exist, and I have seen them. Am I a liar?
Some decorum, please.
Question.
Please, order.
Question, Professor.
There's a woman who seeks a cure for ignorance.
Your findings in the Amazon run completely counter to established explorers. How do you account for this?
Very simple. What others missed, I discovered.
Will you divulge the exact location of your so-called discovery?
I shall not. That information is proprietary.
And unpublishable, which makes it unscientific.
You raise the same stale argument as my chief critic, Professor Summerlee.
That is because I am Professor Summerlee.
Good God, man! You're a woman!
I invite Professor Challenger to prove his contention with a proper investigation. That is, if I can participate.
I accept that challenge and dare the Zoological Society to finance such an expedition.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Edward Don Malone of the Daily Gazette, and I shall ask my editor, Mr. McArdle, to underwrite this expedition. But only if I too may participate.
Are there any other volunteers?
Right here, Professor Challenger.
Your name, sir?
Lord John Roxton. I've been up the Amazon and I have special qualifications for this expedition.
Lord John Roxton's reputation as a sportsman and explorer is world famous. He would make a welcome addition.
So be it. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize Lord John Roxton, Professor Summerlee, Edward Dunn Malone, and myself as the official expedition that will bring back
unassailable proof of my lost world.